camera settings to the right settings. Jump apart, I just wanted to bring the camera out here. I have to start talking to the camera more, so that way I get more comfortable speaking to the camera, to YouTube, and all the potential viewers, future viewers, everything like that. Another thing that I have to get in tune with is making my body language congruent with what I'm saying out of my mouth. Basically what I mean is my gestures have to match exactly what I'm saying. Sometimes they can be a little off, it just depends on one's baseline. Another thing is swaying from left to right or moving in a chair like this. Just need to be focused, looking into the lens. Just gotta get everything right for this channel because I am fully invested. I'm probably almost about $2,000 invested into this YouTube journey. It's been nerve-wracking. I've been jumping over hurdles, bottlenecks here and there, trying to get over the hump. Still finding the energy to do what I need to do day in, day out. Just have too much invested into it. Now I have to put in the energy. No more excuses. I have all the programs I need. I have the camera that I want. Could have used my camera, my iPhone camera. It's iPhone 14. It does shoot 4K, but to me, I just want to look more professional with a professional camera. I have the Lumix GH5. Eventually, I want to upgrade the lenses, of course. I want to get an ND filter, which acts as shades for your lens. So just imagine putting on shades to block the sun out. That's what an ND filter does for the lens. So I definitely want to get one of those, because in Arizona, it gets hot out here, so. And I do have the tripod set up all the way up to the maximum height. I got this tripod at Goodwill. They got good deals at Goodwill, so don't sleep on that. People move, they might come from good areas, and they might just want to get rid of stuff instead of putting the energy into posting stuff online. That's not efficient, when you're trying to move. You kind of just want to get rid of stuff and keep on moving. Either way, it was stressful I was kind of obsessed thinking about how I'm going to get the camera. I was doing a lot of research. At first, I was going to get the Sony Alpha A7 III. That's the one I wanted, but after doing a lot of research and going back and forth with ChatGPT, my most influential business partner came to the conclusion that the Lumix GH5 is the one that I wanted. I had a Lumix camera before. This was way before I even thought about getting deep into YouTube. I've always been into videos, even through my beat making journey, my producer journey, engineer journey. I've always been into videos, videography. My biggest strong suit was always being behind the scenes. I used to rap, then I started mixing, being a mix engineer. That's basically where I'm at with it right now. Things are coming along. I'm learning way more stuff than I would have learned if I would have took upon this journey. Not easy, but you just have to keep going. That's the only way you get better at things. That's what I learned. This journey has taken me a long way. And I'm just trying to put all my energy into being on video, editing videos, finding the workflow, having the right tools. I recently learned how to do my own thumbnail, and I'm happy about that because I thought that it would be difficult doing my own thumbnail, but it's not actually as difficult as I thought. Maybe it's because I'm using Photoshop 2025, but I don't know, they just got that option where you can background, drag anything, just delete the background, which makes it very convenient for me because I'm juggling a lot of programs all at the same time. FL Studio, that's my main one I know a lot on. Been doing that the most. Pro Tools, sometimes type of thing. I like to mix FL Studio because the sound is warmer. And I'm learning Premiere Pro plus Photoshop. So, I got a lot going on at once right now. FL Studio's on the back burner, though. That's always going to be with me in my heart. It's going to be there for sure. So, yeah, I'm excited about starting this channel. I've been procrastinating. It's been something I've been wanting to get into. So it's all about right timing, stuff like that. This journey has been tumultuous. Spent hours on the computer. That was one thing I didn't. It's not that I didn't want to do it. It's just, as artists, as creatives, we want to create. We don't want to be stuck on a computer. Although it's still helping the creation process. I guess they go hand in hand. Yeah, I like creating. When I'm in FL Studio, I'm just creating. I'm not thinking about, oh man, this is gonna look good on video. Man, I'm gonna make this look good on Premiere Pro. None of that. I just come up with an idea, build on that idea. If the idea is trash for the moment, come back to it. If it's still trash, I delete it, start over, and just keep building on the feeling. And then I just go from there. In most cases, unless I'm in the studio with an artist, I really don't have a beat in mind that I want to make, or unless I'm really inspired by something I just heard and maybe come up indirectly. But I like to just go in, pull up Studio, Analog Lab, best VST there is since the first Nexus. And just build from there. Or if I get writer's block, or if I hear a sample randomly, I'll start sampling to build ideas. Kind of gets me out of that writer's block mood. It just depends on the day, on how I'm feeling, my energy level. But all my energy has been going into videos lately. That's what I've been more focused on, and that's what I think is going to be the bigger payoff, and maybe a bigger payoff as far as the videos. The videos helping the beats, and that's what I'm excited to see. I got a few placements before, nothing too crazy. Nothing charting or radio, nothing Billboard. One of them was with the late great Trouble. He was from Atlanta. Unfortunately, he passed away maybe a year or two ago. He was the bulk of my discography. I think I got about 4 tracks with Trouble. 3 of them was on 3 of his different mixtapes. One of them was on like a Lucy mixtape that he dropped. It was like the Gautier sample, somebody that I used to know. With that, I sent it to him. He liked it, he recorded it. So yeah, it was an interesting time at that point. I was just living life, focused on music, producing, networking with people. You know, the only reason why I was working the job was literally so I could eat. Other than that, everything was focused towards making music and trying to make the best quality music I can. Not in terms of the hardest beat, best production, but as far as the highest sounding quality. That's how I wanted it to happen. It's been a long time coming. Let's see how this goes. Pretty much it's me. I really don't want too many people knowing about it because it sets my standards higher as far as, you know, people keep asking me about it. You know, I get kind of lost for words because it's like, it's hurdles. It's a lot of hurdles. Like, I just spent a couple hours trying to get my programs right on my computer a few days ago. You know, I spent a few hours trying to figure out how to do thumbnails. Luckily, Photoshop 2025 made it much easier with that remove background option. Just make it much easier. And I have been doing a few courses, a few classes that I downloaded. Basically teach you how to use Photoshop. You know, they send you project files and stuff like that. At least learn the basics of it. Because trying to be experts in the programs that we edited just to edit the actual product that we want to present, it takes time away from the actual product that we want to present. So we want to learn the basics. Eventually, once we get successful, we have other editors do it. Or maybe not. Maybe nobody can see the vision like I can. Who knows? Another thing that's been helping out a lot is just not having as much overtime at work. I'm used to working 10, 12 hours every day, 6 or 7 days a week. It just depends on the time of the year. Everything has been slow lately, so I've been having much more time to focus on something that I actually want to do because my job is just a job. And it's kind of a career. I do have a salary, but it's just a job because it's not something that I love to do. But it's like, it's not what I signed up for. It's not what I thought of when I was in high school. You know, I want to do something where I'm practicing my talent and putting that out there on a higher level, on a higher skill level than the average or the mediocre person that's already doing it. This could be the way. You gotta showcase everything. Everything gotta be on video nowadays. No matter what you did, your work before, people want to know what you're doing now. They want to see that every single day too, which is interesting. I'm just recording myself because this is supposed to be a challenge where you talk to yourself every single day. I don't know if I'll be able to do it every single day, but I will be able to do it and make it impactful for myself. Just for getting better from talking on screen